Welcome or welcome back to Laura's Design Studio. Pay no attention to this up here. That's another video. But I have a bone to pick with either one or more of you. You guys know I do not do Christmas. I've said this a million times. Now, that being said, I did get a few, and I do mean a few. I'll tell you which ones I got. Christmas things, because this year we're doing a tree because of the girls. However, I went through my drawers looking for the couple of things that I particularly did know that I had. One of you out there, or maybe more of you, came into my room somewhere during the night at some date and time and put Christmas molds in my drawers. I want to know who it was. I never agreed to have this many Christmas molds. Let me show you what I'm talking about here. I am not a happy camper. So, this is the one I went looking for because I knew I had bought this from Resin Rockers a long time ago. So I went looking for that one. I also went looking for these trees because I knew that I had gotten these from the Vine program. Two of them were like buttercream and one's like a regular Christmas tree. Those I knew I had. I also knew that I had two of these little trees from Resin Rockers. I think that's where they were from. Pretty sure, because I think I got them when I got this one. And then I did get this one, and I did get this one. So that is the pile. Oh, and this one. That's the pile I knew about. I would like to know where the rest of these came from, because now, okay, I got this one too. I got that one recently. But this pile over here, I had no knowledge of. I've got Christmas trees. This one isn't specifically resin, but specifically Christmas, but I have it out because I need to buy another one of those, so I have two of everything. So yes, and that's the same one that goes with that. I don't know where that came from. I don't know where all these snowflakes came from. I got snowflakes all over the place. Not sure if I have enough snowflakes. More snowflakes. More. That pile I have no knowledge of. Okay, this one I recently got. Along with this one, they match. And that one went with it. Well, and that one went with it. And this one went with it. So, okay, those I'll cop to. The rest of these? No. I did not agree to have that many snowflakes. This many Christmas things. So, I am looking for the person who did this. I will punish them to the full extent of the law, because I never agreed to have all these Christmas things. Never. So I want to know, you better fess up, because I need to know whose fault this was. So now, we're gonna have an Intoresin mold day. So I pulled out every Intoresin mold I have. The only one I did not pull out is the spider, because, you know, I have spiders made, and people think that they're Halloween only. I think they're all the time. These are some old Intoresin molds. You can tell by how white they are, that I got when I don't know, quite a while ago, a couple years ago. This one, this turtle, you see how white that one is. Then I have the druzy angelfish and the druzy turtle. And then I have my most recent ones, which are the sun moon, the skull rose, and the cat, which is now white because I've used it that many times. So I figured we should have an Intoresin mold day. And when I went looking for the one Christmas mold, I came across these and decided that's what we needed. So I do have 4 ounces Bond Crafter 1:1 mixed up here. I am going to put, where did it go? There it is. Yes, my Teflon piece is gone because that project behind I was having major problems with, because the mat, whatchamacallit, the Teflon piece was wonky, and it was trying to overflow all my molds. So then I took it out, trying not to, you know, disrupt or disturb anything, which that was fun, yeah. So let's go, and we're just gonna do some alcohol inks. And yes, you can see my mold has been stained by, you know, blues. Well, unfortunately, I pulled out red, gold, blue, green, pink, which I hate, purple, and of course I had to balance that off with a black, right? Yeah, because, you know, I can't do that. Now these are the water ripple pendants. Well, so is the starfish. These are water ripple, and this is the druzy, the turtle is the druzy. That's just their, I think that was one of their original turtle molds. And then I have the moon, the dripping moon, which I see a hair. And I'm still cleaning up glitter. Let the devil spawn out of its cage, and now it's just all over the place. So we're just gonna every time I mess with alcohol inks, I get it all over. We're gonna do, this is a red gold. We'll start there. Okay. Let's see. The moon. Angelfish. Let's see. The turtles. This turtle, might as well do that too. This one's tricky. One drop too much and you're overflowing, which I have a feeling that will overflow right there. Okay, that's domed. Let's go. This one will definitely do some black in. I really haven't done these with straight alcohol ink, so. Ugh. Alcohol inks, they just leak. I haven't found a bottle yet that doesn't leak. Especially those these long tubes, they are the worst. I only have see? I only have a couple left and I would never buy this brand again because all it does is leak all over the place. Whoa, 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 whoa. That's way over. Yep, way over. Okay, I think we're about back to an acceptable level. Okay, and the little cat left. Now this little cat barely takes anything, so. And sorry, Intoresin, but my mold's white already, and nowadays if I don't spray those ears, we won't have ears. Let's see. Ah, and there goes my druzy. I told you that was too much. I thought it was going to be nice and stay, but no. Okay, now can you keep yourself contained from there, I hope? I was going to put some red in here. This one's always good to have, because even if you have scrapings from a cup, that's all you need with this one. Just make sure you cover the paws in the front, because that's where your chain goes through. And make sure you get your tail full. The only time I've had a tail break is when I tried to do this one in casting resin. I still have not gotten one to come out in casting resin. But that tail is very, very thin. Oh, and you're still wanting to go over. Okay. Can we be nice now and just remain? Ugh. Hands are sticky and it's not from resin, it's from alcohol ink. Oh. Okay. Now, I have some left. A little bit. Where'd that gold red go? Otherwise, I'm gonna have to try and clean up in between those drips, which is not fun. Because it's a very thin, well, I shouldn't say thin, it's a very narrow space. Okay. All right, I need some molds. Well, here's a pair of Christmas tree earrings. I still don't know where they came from. How do you have glitter in you when I didn't even have you out? I'm telling you, demon spawn. You just went right over, didn't you? Yep. Sure did. make a mess today, let me tell you. Still have multiple colored of everybody else staying, being nice. Thank you. You look like you could use a little more. Next, let's see. Not that one. Let's see, where can you go? That's either a tag or a keychain. It's one of those really, really soft silicone, almost like a candle mold. Let's see. Got a little bit left. This is a resin rocker mold right here. I know that because all their molds are marked with their rock symbol on them. So, pretty sure this isn't gonna fill it, but that's okay. I will definitely leave it sit here and fill it the rest of the way next time. Unless the magic spatula has enough resin that we do get a full mold. almost full. It's not that far off from being full. As a matter of fact, I think we'll be able to demold it, because especially if this one decides to keep going, because I'll just put some more over into here. Everybody good? Everybody good? Alright, we're turning on the heat mat, and I will see you when it's time to demold all this. Talk to you soon. Okay, let's get to demolding. I guess we'll start with the ones that are not into resin, because I had to pull out a few molds. So this one was not into resin. This was that ornament that is a resin rockers mold of a little ornament. It could have used more. I'm gonna have to trim that edge. There's that one that we poured. That was just all kinds of random alcohol ink that I had scraped off. And this one was not into resin. And that's just, you can use this as a tag or a keychain. So there are those. And this was not into resin. And then all the rest are. So this is just a pair of Christmas earrings. There's that one. I'm gonna have to do cleanup on this one. Yeah, I gotta knock that. I gotta knock this overage out. So I just run the deburring tool around there, and it will just take out those little overage pieces. I got a few more that I need to punch out. Okay, well, I will finish cleaning this one up later. Actually, try and take another chunk out. But there's your 2 earrings. Alright, now all we have left is into resin molds. So let's do this. Here is our druzy turtle. I usually make him into a keychain. I'll trim his back around and I'll make him into a keychain. So there's that one. Let's do the other turtle. This is the mold that I had for a long time, and it's completely white because I've used it so much. Well, look, it still comes out all sparkly. And I usually make him into a keychain also. But you can see I have used this mold to death. It is white and it still comes out nice and sparkly. Alright, let's take out the great big angelfish. This is also the druzy mold, just like the turtle. And I do make this one into a keychain also. But there you go, there's that angelfish right there. And this one's white too. Those are my oldest Intoresin molds, these. The turtle, the angelfish, and this turtle also. Now, here is the starfish. That's one of their water ripple molds. Also very white. And then I think this set was the very first set that I got from them. It was the pendant, the water ripple pendants. They're pretty. And they're all white like that because, yes, I use these a lot. And it's 3 different sizes. This is the large. The one I pulled out first was the medium, and this one is the small. Here's the moon. It's the drippy moon. Now these are the more recent ones. Like I said, the only Intoresin mold I didn't pull out was my spider. This is a recent mold, and you can see how much I used it because it's really white. Come on. There we go. It's a little cat. The chain goes through the paws. You see how, this is a more recent mold. That's how many times I've used it. And then this one is the skeleton with the rose. That was done with the black alcohol ink. Because you know I had to put black in here somewhere. And then this is the sun and the moon. So there's the moon. And then here's your sun. That one's kind of cool. I kind of like the way that came out. I haven't done just alcohol inks in these yet. Alright guys, like, share, comment, subscribe, do all the things, hit the black bell. So the next time I upload a video, you are notified. Don't forget about all the discount codes in the description box. They are there for you to save money. I do get a small kickback on some, not all, but it all goes back into me buying more molds and resin. Because let's face it, it's not cheap. So, I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.